To consecrate means to set aside. Isinasa isang tabi for a holy reason, for a sacred reason. So, altars are anointed. They are usually anointed with oil. Yeah. So, he would like therefore to consecrate this place to God as a prayer place. And since they were not allowed to put images, a stone is placed. Stone. So, and Jacob began to call the place Beth-el. Nang ibig ko sabihin ay Beth, house. House of El, house of God. So, anything with Beth in the beginning is house. Beth-ani, the house of Ani, the house of Anawim, the house of the poor. Bethany. Bethlehem, the house of Lehem. What's Lehem?
Bread.
Bread. So, the house of bread. So, anything with Beth in the beginning is house. Yeah. So, the house of God. Sabihin yan, ano? The house of God. So, kasi nga, dyan yan nakita yung angels going up and down the ladder. You know, later on, the Christian writers, kung itong stone na ito will become the basis of the Muslims to say that the Kaaba is a sacred stone. Kasi sabi nila, yun daw yung stone ni Jacob. The Christian writers naman will use the ladder. The ladder of Jacob, we call that. To make a symbolism of Mary. One of the titles of Mary in all Christian literature is Ladder of Jacob. Kasi it is through Mary that Jesus came down to us. Kaya yun ang isa sa mga ancient Christian titles for Mary. The Ladder of Jacob. But towards the end, okay, what is significant here is that Jacob makes a pledge. So, makikita natin yung development ng tithing dito. No? Anong development ng tithing ang makikita natin dito po sa point na ito, sa pagtatapos ng kwento ng Genesis 28. Kay Abraham, ang kanyang tithing ay bilang pasasalamat. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Bilang pasasalamat sapagkat siya'y nagwagi sa kanyang mga nakalaban na mga kumuha sa kanyang pamangkin na sila. Siya ngayon ay nagpasalamat. Ibinigay niya ang ikapu, ang 10 bahagi ng lahat ng kanyang nakuha sa Diyos. Kay Jacob, mapapansin ninyo, yung 10% is a pledge. Pledge. Tingnan nyo. Sabi niya, Jacob made a vow. Siya'y gumawa ng isang panata. If God will be with me and protect me on this journey, I am making and give me food to eat and clothes to wear, and I come back safely to my father's house, the Lord will be my God. This stone that I have set up as a sacred pillar will be the house of God. Of everything you give me, I will return a 10th part to you without fail. So dito, tithing starts as a pledge. Yeah. A pledge of what? Not just of thanksgiving, but a pledge of trusting in God's providence. No? Sabi niya, kung ang Panginoon, bibigyan niya ako ng pagkain, bibigyan niya ako ng kailangan ko, hindi lang yun. Ibabalik niya ako. Makakabalik ako sa tatay ko kung saan ako nanggaling. Lahat yun ay aking kine-claim. Lahat yun ay aking pinaniniwalaan. Nagtitiwala ako sa Diyos na yun ay ipoprovide niya. Then, ako'y magbibigay ng ikapo. So, here starts tithing as a pledge. A pledge in the providence of God. No? Trusting in the providence of God. Which actually, the way the charismatics do nowadays is the more likely nature of the tithes. When you tithe in the charismatic renewal, it's not in thanksgiving. You tithe because of a pledge. And you claim that this tithe will open for you the providence of God. So, yung charismatic tithing is more of the Jacobic line rather than of the Abrahamic line. So, it's more of the tradition of Jacob. Okay, so palagay ko yan po yung mga mahalagang bagay na dapat nating maunawaan dito sa atin pong kwento. May tanong muna sa detalye bago tayo gumalaw papunta sa ating pagdinilay ngayong gabi. Tahimik kayo. Pagpasok ko dito, nakita ko sa table. Tithing. Hindi ko sinasadya, no? Pero yun yung bahagi ng lesson natin ngayong gabi. Okay. Okay. So, kung wala kayong tanong, then, diba? Kala ko, nagtatayo si bibigay na si Jose. Malinaw. Okay. So, kung walang tanong, let's now go into the reflections. Okay. What reflections can we have dito po sa kwento ng Genesis 28? No? Nasabi natin na Word of God ay hindi lamang kwento, hindi lamang ito kasaysayan, history, kung hindi, it is the message of God. No? So, patuloy na nangungusap ang Diyos sa atin. Kaya nga sabi natin, the living Word. No? Yung salita natin. The Word of God is not only story, it's not only history, it has a message for us even now, therefore it is the living Word. Sa wikang Hebreo, sabi natin, dabar. Hindi yan inumin. Dabar, Yahweh. The living Word of God. Yan ang technical term in Hebrew. No? Dabar, Yahweh. So, the living Word of God. Okay. I think first of all, dito, unang-una mapapansin po natin, hindi masyadong diniin, pero ang naging diferensya ni Jacob at ni Esau has got to do, first of all, with the virtue of obedience. Obedience to their parents. Now, later on, in the time of Moses, one of the commandments will be basically on that, no? Honor your father and your mother so that you may live a long life. By the way, that is the only commandment with a promise. All the other commandments are just straight commandments. But the fourth commandment is the only commandment with a promise. So, the obedience. I think, kung titignan natin, what opened the door, what opened the grace of God for Jacob was his obedience to the mother, his obedience to the wishes and the intentions of the parents. Or, of course, the parents are not perfect. Nakita natin kung paano Rebecca plays favorite, no? Pero sa gitna ng imperfection ng mga lang, God works in a sense amidst the imperfection of the parents. So, yan. So, yan ang pag-iuunang napakahalagang underlining na itong kwento. Blessings begin with obedience. Obedience to God and obedience to parents. Kahit anong pungsoy ang gawin mo, ang tunay na pungsoy ay ito. Kahit na ilagay mo na lahat sa pintuan, yung kumakaway-kaway ng pusa, yung palakang may gabi kailangang pihitin kasi hindi naman marunong pumihin, at kung ano-ano. Kahit anong pungsoy ang gawin mo. Life, when you would like to be open to the blessings of God, it begins with virtues. And the very first important virtue is the virtue of obedience. Yeah. Secondly, we take note how, two things, how events can always have two sides. So sabi nga natin, sa Genesis 27, ang pag-alis ni Jacob ay negative. Galit si Esau, kaya kailangan magpalipas. Pero, yung pala, meron ding magandang bahagi. Habang siya nagpapalipas, walang naaaksayang oras sapagkat yun din ang magiging pagpili niya ng kanyang magiging asawa. Every event has two sides. Nasa sa atin kung anong side ang gusto nating tingnan. Meron yung iba, ang titignan nila ay yung negative. Yung iba naman, ang titignan nila ay positive. Kagaya ng Lunes. Yung Lunes, ako'y tumatakbo sapagkat meron akong napakaagang talk dito sa corporate headquarters ng St. Peter's. So I have to move from St. Paul to St. Peter's early in the morning. Ayaw ko nang mag-MRT kasi baka hindi ako makarating kay St. Peter. Alam niyo yung MRT ngayon, yan po ang pinakamalaking sugal sa buhay. Kung hindi madidiskaril, ay hihinto sa gitna. At pag huminto sa gitna, hindi kayo makakalabas. Meron akong kaibigan, 30 minutes. Nando sila kasi sira yung train, ayaw naman silang palabasin. Hindi ko lang, ano logic nun. So, yeah. So anyway, I took a cab. I wanted to take a cab from Makati. Abay, kita nyo namumontrata. Namumontrata. Itong taong ito, hindi naman nagpapakilala ng pare kasi ayaw kong samantalahin yung pagkapare ko. Para kung sakaling gusto kong magmura, pwede ko siyang mura. Ha? Ganyan. So, anyway, I took the cab. So, itong driver na ito, nakipagkontrata. Hinihingan ako ng 500 kasi matraffic daw. At saan daw kami dumaan? 500 papuntang Quezon City kasi ang rasyonal niya may sundo pa siya, kaya pag pabati sa akin doon, pupunta sa sundo niya, wala siyang sakay. Pwede, kinagat ko na. Pikit mata, sakay na. But nung kami makalabas doon sa St. Paul Road, nandun kami sa bahagi ng Jupiter. Sa kanya ako sabihan na mukhang matraffic ko. Baba na lang kayo. Sira ulo. Kaya sabi ko nga sa kanya, maplatang ka sana. So, bumaba ako. Galit na galit ako. Nag-aabol ako ng oras Tapos, may nakatatlong pare Anyway, afterwards, may tumintong taxi. Mapupuko doon, wala sinabi. Walang kontrata, walang hinihinging additional 15. No. Sabi ko, kita mo na. Two sides. On one side, negative. On another side, positive. Kaya buhay. Kaya depende kung anong didiinan mo sa dalawang doon. Kung ididiin mo yung negative, patay kang bata ka, maghapong kang siraulo. So, I think that's another point that we can see in the story. Events always have two sides. They always have two sides. Okay. So, ganun din no? Ang ME may two sides na. Iniimbita ako ng isang linggo, sabi ko, sigurado kayo dyan? Oo. Sino magbimisa? Yung professor mo, si Father. Basta na po si Father Tasego, ako. Ay, upo doon. Ayun pala, they are forming a second group of umbrella organization. Kaya kahapon, maghapon kong kausap si Kuya Robert. Sa amin ni Kuya Robert, maghapon kahapon. Sabi ko, Robert, hindi na natin siguro ito mapipigilan. Ito yung kalooban ng Itansego. Gusto niya to, gusto niya rin. No? Ayusin na lang natin na hindi malungkot, hindi malungkot yung matanda. Professor ko yan, founder rin naman yan ng ME, ayusin na natin, hindi na natin pwedeng ibalik sa sinapupunan yung bata. Kasi iniluwal na nung linggo. Ayusin na lang natin itong dalawang grupong ito na merong maayos na kalalagayan ang dalawang apostolado. So, palagay ko gano'n na mangyayari. Kasi pinagkayarihan namin ni Robert kahapon sa ating sa Father, we will not move against them. We hope they will not move against us. Siguro magkakasakitan muna. Hindi lalabas yung mga personal. Pero rest assured na we will respect their point and we will let the communities decide whether they go left or right. Let the market decide. Si Kuya Robert ay graduate dyan ng marketing. Kaya kung nagsalita yan, palagi marketing. Simula ng panahon ni Erap, marketing ang hawak. Robert Abintado. So, okay. So, two sides. So, it's up to us where we go. Will we underline the negative or will we underline the positive? Another thing is that we notice na yung tinatawag po natin na divine communication. The divine communication is always an initiative of God. You don't initiate it. Divine communication is always God's initiative. Ito yung ginagamit namin pang-testing kapag may lumalapit na may vision. No? Alam mo, Father, nakausap ko si Jesus kagabi. Sigurado ka si Jesus. Mahabang buho, wapo, sigurado kang wapo si Jesus. Jose, ano sasabihin sa'yo? Kasi Father, bago ako natulog kagabi, nag-pray ako na gusto kong kausapin siya. Mukhang ibang klase itong vision na ito. Mukhang ito ay it is initiated by the person's subconscious. Ito delikado yun. A real divine communication is always an initiative of God. Nothing, no inkling whatsoever. No inkling. So, the more the person is not open to God's communication and God communicates, the more credible it is. Pero yung tao, palaging kausap niya si Lord. Kahapon po, kausap po si Ninyo. Kanina ko si Nazareno. magkaano-ano, magtsuhin mo. Galing sa lahi ng espiritista. Delikado yung mga ganun klase. May talagang manipulate. They manipulate even their vision. Real divine communication is a divine vision. Then, we take note also how, dito nga sa kwento natin ngayon, pinapakita sa atin din naman the importance of the tithes. How we should look at tithes. How tithes must be seen. Tithes are a personal pledge. In this case, they are voluntary. So, voluntary kay Jacob ito. Nobody asked him to do it. He pledged it. Pero, it is a pledge na malalim ang pinagkagalingan. No? So, a tithe is really an act of faith. Not only an act of thanksgiving, but an act of faith. No? So, it's a show of faith to tithes. So, it's not just an act. Madaling isipin ng tithes as a thanksgiving. Pero dito sa kwento ni Jacob ngayon, it's more of an act of faith. If God will give me food, if God will keep me safe, then He will be my God. If He is able to return me to my father, then I will give Him a tenth of everything. In short, He's claiming it already. It's a claim. The condition is a claim. So it's an act of faith. So, and that is the power of the tithe. So it's a show of faith. So, I think the last thing that I would like to underscore is that pinapakita rin dito na ang isang shrine, what makes a shrine is God's action. A human person cannot make a shrine. Kung sabi mo na, dito sa lugar nito, dito ko naramdaman si God, it's a shrine. What makes it a shrine is divine action. So, hindi mo pwedeng ilipat yung shrine papuntang Lipa, papuntang Amadeo, at ngayon nawala na. No? You don't make a shrine. God makes the shrine. Kasi it's a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary of His mind. So, kung saan siya nagparamdam, yun. No? Kaya, kapag yung shrine nililipat-lipat na, so, ay wala na sa Batangas, nasa Cavite na. Tapos wala na rin sa Cavite. Saan na? Doon na, tumawid na ng dagat, doon sa Mindoro. Iba na yata ito. So, something is wrong. Kaya alam nyo, there are many things that are revealed in time. No? So, it is God who makes the shrine. A shrine becomes a holy place not because man made it holy, but God made it holy in His presence, with His power, with His activity. So I think those are some of the things na pwede po natin tignan mula dito sa chapter na ito, 28. Okay? So next time, huwag kayong mawawala, tutuloy natin ang ating pong telenovela. Genesis 29. 29 tayo next time. Tignan natin paano magtatagpo si Jacob at ang kanyang mapapangasawa. paano ba ang ligawan ng araw? Okay? So, maraming salamat po.